I invested into the best DeFi yield farm for 1 week, and here are my results. Let's hop right into this DeFi passive income, crypto passive income opportunity. So of course, I'm talking about GMX Exchange, and while this isn't the #1 DeFi yield farm by TVL or by stats, it is definitely one of the best yield farms in my opinion, due to the fact that you can actually earn a very high APR on blue chip cryptocurrencies. We're talking up to 30% APR on Bitcoin, Ethereum, AVAX, USDC, and other cryptocurrencies like that. That is pretty insane and pretty high, and it's not something that is just not safe. Obviously, in DeFi, anything can happen, but with GMX having over $360 million locked up in it, it just shows that this guy right here is here to stay for the long term. But once again, we saw exactly what happened to Terra Luna. They had a multi-billion-dollar market cap and still managed to just get completely wiped out. So that was a very rare occurrence, I'd say, but GMX definitely has a lot of potential in my opinion. And if you guys do want to learn more about GMX, take a look at this video that I posted roughly 10 days ago, the #1 DeFi yield farm right now. But real quick, GMX is a decentralized perpetual exchange. Essentially, it tries to bring that centralized exchange feeling over to DeFi, and it's on the Arbitrum network and on the Avalanche network. They also allow margin trading up to 30x leverage. That means that you can do short and long positions over on GMX, which is actually pretty cool because you won't have to register with the centralized exchange. For example, if you're under 18 trading cryptocurrency like I once was, or let's just say you don't want to put in all your KYC information, or maybe your country has strict crypto regulations or margin trading regulations, then you could just do this on GMX rather than having to go on a centralized exchange. But all time, GMX has over $46.5 billion in overall trading volume and over 68,000 users. Now, when we talk about GMX on the channel, we're always talking about the Avalanche version of GMX simply due to the fact that there's less money locked up on the Avalanche network because the Avalanche network is, right now a little bit risky because AVAX has dropped so much in value. However, over $74 million on the Avalanche network, and if we actually take a look over at the earn section, you can see that you can get a 20% APR on the Arbitrum network. But you actually go ahead and switch this to the Avalanche network, you can get a 28% APR because not as many people are deposited into GLP on the Avalanche network. Now, if you guys don't know what GLP is, it essentially is an index fund. Think about it like the S&P 500, how the S&P 500 is driven by 500 different stock assets, okay? So when the price of those stocks are up, the S&P 500 is up. If the price of those stocks are down, the S&P 500 is down. However, GLP is very, very similar, but in cryptocurrency terms and a lot less assets. On the Arbitrum network, GLP is backed by Ethereum, Bitcoin, Chainlink, Uniswap, USDC, Tether, DAI, Frax, and MIM. Now, if we take a look over at the Avalanche network, you can see that GLP is only backed by a few assets, hence to why people deposit more money on the Arbitrum network, but that's also why the APR is lower. On the Avalanche network, it's backed by AVAX, Ethereum, Bitcoin, USDC, and MIM. So when you hold GLP token in your wallet, you are earning money by all these assets going up because keep in mind, all these assets follow the overall crypto market, but you're also earning money by staking GLP. You're earning a 28% APR. 20% of that is paid in AVAX if you're staking on the Avalanche network, with the other 8% being paid in escrowed GMX. Now, I do want to mention escrowed GMX is pretty much just a version of GMX that you can't instantly sell. That stops people from just, getting their returns and just dumping GMX token, because keep in mind, they have their very own cryptocurrency called GMX, which is a governance token that you can also stake for 24%. Now, over on the Arbitrum network, if you're depositing GLP, you can earn a 20% APR, 16% of that paid out in Ethereum, with the other 4% paid out in escrowed GMX, as we just talked about. So personally, my strategy with this is I will be depositing more money into the Arbitrum network just because I want to be backed by more Bitcoin and more Ethereum and more USDC rather than having a little bit of AVAX in the mix. So over here on the Avalanche network, I currently have $464 deposited, and I believe I deposited roughly $480, so I don't have that much of a loss. However, once again, this is a long-term play simply due to the fact that it is a collection of blue chip cryptocurrencies, so they're all going to follow the market. Now, taking a look over at GLP, you can see that I have nearly $4 in returns. I'm earning about 70 cents per day off of this investment, which is actually not too bad, and that's exactly why I will be diversifying over into the Arbitrum network, because I do want to be backed by more of those safer assets, but on top of that, I will get better returns because I will be depositing more money on the Arbitrum network because I'd consider it a little bit more of a safer play. So eventually I will be making a large investment into this platform. I'm just waiting on market conditions to go down and waiting for all these different cryptocurrencies to see a little bit of a dip before I buy in. That way I could get the best possible price and not suffer any loss from actually just holding the asset, really. Now, if you guys do want to keep up to date with my investment into GMX, make sure to join up on my free Discord. I'm posting my trade alerts, my different passive income strategies, my profits from passive income, my trading profits, as well as different portfolios like this one right here on where I would invest my money. The link to my free Discord will be down below in the description, so make sure to join up. And while you're at it, you might as well give me a follow over on Twitter, @TheJCrypto, because we're keeping you up to date with the latest DeFi news. Going further, if you will be investing to GMX, make sure you are keeping up to date with DeFi Llama and looking over at GMX over on there. That way you can see how much money is flowing in and how much money is flowing out. Now, one thing I do want to mention, make sure to diversify your portfolio across the Arbitrum network and Avalanche network. Potentially deposit, a little less on the Avalanche network and a little bit more on the Arbitrum network if you want to play a safer investment, or vice versa if you want to play a more riskier investment. Also, make sure to keep up to date with the crypto market and make sure you're not just buying and holding, because it might come a time where the overall crypto market starts dropping a ton and you need to go ahead and get out. That way you can get in at a better price. But that's going to wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, notifications turned on, and I hope to see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.